Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about dressing rules I think everyone should know. Now, when I say rules, I don't mean you must follow these things or you'll never be stylish. Instead, what I mean are some tips and tricks. These are helpful things that many of us may not even consider every day, but when you do, they really transform how you look and feel in your clothing. So these are things that are nice to have in your back pocket when you are kind of stuck on what to wear, and things that are just helpful for hopefully the rest of your life. So let's get started. When it comes to looking and feeling your best in your clothing, I think undergarments are so important, and many of us don't give them a second thought. So this first tip is all about finding your perfect bra. Now, when I was in college, I was a bra fit specialist. I worked in a department store, not Victoria's Secret. I don't recommend going there to get sized because it's a little wonky. And instead, I was trained in a department store and I helped women find their perfect bra. And I was always amazed at the outcome it had. They always felt better, they had better posture, and it was always unanimous across the board that everyone felt better in their clothing as a result of having a proper fitting bra. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to walk you through how to do it and insert some examples. You can follow along, but I recommend doing this a couple times and kind of averaging out what you get, and that should give you your best number basically. And then if you're still confused, you can of course go to a specialist. Most department stores have someone on staff that can help you, and they're trained, so it's really beneficial. I recommend doing it. So to get your bra size, you're going to take two measurements. You're going to take your band size and your cup size. And to do this, you need a flexible tape measure that can easily mold to your body. And then you're going to want to stand in front of the mirror so you can very easily see the numbers. And then ideally wear nothing more than just your bra. If you really have to, or you want to do this with a friend to get a better idea of what's going on, you can wear a very thin t-shirt. Nothing bulky, and something that definitely forms to your body so you get the most accurate numbers. So to get your band size, you're going to take the tape measure and take it along your rib cage, underneath your bust, as tightly as you can get it. You don't want it to be loose, because you do want your band to be not only an accurate size, but also slightly snug. I find that most people, when I was doing this, would wear too loose of a band, and that really can throw everything else off. So make sure you pull it tightly, but don't suffocate yourself, and then jot that number down. So let's say, for example's sake, that number was 34. Now you're going to take your cup size measurement. So to do that, you need to take the tape measure and run it along the widest part of your bust and pull it tightly, but not too tight. You don't want your cups to suffocate everything because that's very uncomfortable. And most women, I find, wear too small of a cup size. So be a little bit lax in this, but obviously don't let it drape all over the place. You'll get an inaccurate number. So then you're going to do that and take down that number. So let's say, for example's sake, that number was a 36. So now that you have both your band measurement and your cup measurement, you can put them side by side and decipher what it all means. So you always start with the band measurement first. So in our example, that was 34. And that means that 34 is your starting point. 34 would be 0, basically. And so 34 is not only your band size, but also the starting point to figure out your cup size. And to do that, you take the bust measurement, and every inch over 34 equals 1 cup. So a 34-35 would be a 34A. A 34-36 would be a 34B, and so on and so forth. Now, if you were kind of in between numbers, then you will round up or down, and that's kind of where you have to play around actually trying on bras. It's not fun, but when you find your perfect one, it makes all the difference. And then the other thing I will say in this topic is that if you want one bra and you want something maybe that's nice quality, something that you can wear for a long time, and something that's kind of a no-brainer and you can wear it with a lot of things, my recommendation would be to find something as close to your natural skin color, and then something with seamless cups, typically marketed as a t-shirt bra, and something that has nice coverage along the back. That will smooth you in all of the nice places, lift everything where it needs to be, and be virtually undetectable under most tops. While we're on the topic of undergarments, my next rule or tip would be to never wear white undergarments underneath white clothing. Now, I've heard contradictory opinions to this, but I will tell you from experience and from working in the lingerie department that white under white will shine like a beacon and you will see it from miles away, and you'll get that kind of broken up look that a lot of us try to avoid. We want our undergarments to almost be undetectable, and by wearing white under white, you do the opposite. So going along with my first tip, my recommendation is always to find something as close to your natural skin tone as possible, and with seamless cups and seamless lines if it's undergarments, underwear. And that makes all the difference. You can wear that under everything. It's a no-brainer, and it makes a really big difference in how everything kind of lays on your body. Along those same lines, my next dressing rule is to size up in white garments. I'm sure you can relate. We've all been searching for the perfect white shirt, or the perfect white pair of pants or white skirt, and we're disappointed when we try it on because it's see-through and you can see everything very clearly underneath. And I think that comes down to two reasons. The first being what we just talked about. You need to ensure that you have proper fitting undergarments that are the right color and that are seamless. And then also the fit. If something is very skin tight and white, it's very obvious what's underneath it. And instead, if you opt for something slightly oversized and then have it tailored so that it looks like it fits you perfectly, it makes a world of difference. It's something that I've relied on for many years, and I don't think we utilize enough. So I encourage you to do that. The next time you're searching for a white shirt, size up and then have it tailored where it needs to. And it might make a world of difference in your own personal opinion on white clothing. If you've ever wanted to look a little bit taller, I know I have, I'm 5'3", so I like to play with proportions and trick the eye when I can, then this next dressing rule is for you. And it is a two-step formula for looking taller. The first part of this formula is to find a pair of shoes in a color as close to your natural skin color as possible. And then bonus points if it has a pointed toe. And then pair that with something high-waisted. What that does is trick the eye on both ends. So not only do your legs look like they start a lot higher than they actually do, but they look like they extend longer than they actually do. The shoe in the color of your skin combined with the pointed toe and then with the high waist just creates a beautiful effect. It is a fail-proof combination. It works every time, and anytime I want to feel really, really fantastic and I want to create that illusion, it always works for me. My next dressing rule is to keep colors all within the same family. You know how much I love having a color palette for your own personal wardrobe, and I think finding the colors that make you feel amazing and then making sure that they all go together is a really great way to ensure that you get the most out of your wardrobe. So to do that, colors are broken essentially into two main categories. We have warm colors, or colors that are yellow-based, and then cool colors, or colors that are blue-based. And typically, to make things look nice to the eye, cool will go with cool and warm will go with warm. So keeping that in mind is a really great way to not only pinpoint your own color palette, but also help you get dressed. So if you put something on and you're trying to figure out why it's not quite right, it very likely could come down to the base of the colors you're wearing. And maybe you're trying to pair cool with warm and that clash is just not working for you. So along those same lines, I recommend getting a color wheel. You can find these at most craft stores and art supply stores or online, and they're very inexpensive. And keeping one with you while you're shopping or as you're getting dressed is really helpful because they give you clues as to what colors will go together and what colors complement each other. And it really opens up the possibilities for a lot of combinations that you may not have considered before. So I have one. I recommend you have one as well. But when in doubt, remember, cool with cool, warm with warm. And there you have it. Those are some of my top dressing rules I think everyone should know. These have been hugely beneficial to my own personal style, and I hope they were helpful for you. And I would love to make this a series if you're interested. I have a lot more I could have done on this topic. I had to narrow it down for the sake of the video, but if you want this to be maybe a little mini series, please let me know in the comments down below and I'd be happy to make more. And like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.